Art is too important not to share. Welcome to the Allie and Callie Artcast.
Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Callie, and we're with the Coeur d'Alene Arts and Culture Alliance. Hello, everyone.
Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Allie and Callie Artcast.
That's right. That's a mouthful. We're having a great time here in Coeur d'Alene.
Yes,
we have our
are.
big event coming up tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
I'm so excited.
The Under Western Skies fundraiser at the Rock and Bee Ranch.
That's right. We should tell them a little bit about it because there's probably still tickets left.
Yes.
A very few.
Yes.
So tickets are $50.
And you get a full barbecue dinner for $50 plus a drink ticket.
Yep.
And there's lots of fun things going on.
Yes, so there's going to be like what do you call that? A ride the bull.
Mechanical bull.
You can ride the mechanical
We're going to have a contest, bull riding
contest, and there's art for sale.
Yes.
Most of all, there's art for sale.
Yes.
And we're going to have a live auction. We're going to have a silent auction. And
Rose Bax will be our auctioneer.
Rose Bax, our auctioneer. Very excited. I've never seen her live.
Oh, she's so
I know.
good.
So it's my first time. Feel I'm a virgin. I know. I can't wait. So, and I listened to the podcast because that was when I was sick for. So
right.
I'm very excited to meet her and see her in person. But also we have a band.
Yes, the Tamarack Ridge Band
and
will
they're
be playing.
Country western and rock and roll, whatever. Yep. We're excited for that.
Yep.
So there's going to be music and all kinds of fun stuff. So don't forget, it's 4 to 9 o'clock.
That's right, on Saturday.
And there's so many great items.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to miss out.
Right.
And for $50, you're supporting the arts.
Right. That's
all
the
year
main
round.
Thing. You're supporting not just the Arts and Culture Alliance, but several artists, because the artists get a commission, or actually the Arts and Culture Alliance gets a commission off of each piece sold, but the artists get the bulk.
Exactly.
Of the money. So
some of the artists are donating completely.
Some of them are, yes.
And then some are doing an art. We're calling
split.
An art split. Yeah.
Right.
So
just like if you were to buy their art in a gallery.
Yes. So we're the gallery.
We are the gallery.
Yes.
Right.
This time.
Yeah.
But it's going to be so fun. It's our first time doing this.
And if you've never been to the Rock and Bee Ranch,
it
is
awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
You walk in and it's like walking into an old Western movie.
Yeah. There's a cantina.
That's right. The cantina.
There's like picnic tables.
Beer to drink at the cantina.
There's like stands in the out back where you
That's
can,
right. Where you can watch the mechanical bull riders.
That's right, Allie. Allie, Bronkin Allie.
That's right. I don't think my surgeon would appreciate me getting on that bull. But
you know what? My chiropractor will not want me on the Bronkin bully. Bull. And I'll probably be drinking, so I probably shouldn't. It might be good. It might adjust everything. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
We'll see. Depends on how fast that bull goes.
And then guess what I'm doing right after the event?
Going to bed.
Well, a couple of days after the event.
After, I know where you're going.
I'm going to Portugal.
I'm going to Portugal.
Can't wait.
You're so excited. I'm excited
so
for
excited.
you.
I'm as excited to go to Portugal as you were to go to Italy.
I know, and I'm excited to go somewhere someday again soon.
Yep. Only the next trip will be you and me. We're going to go someplace.
We need to go
really
somewhere fun. And Kristen, of course. And Janie.
Yeah.
Because we go together like Ramalama, ding-a-la-ding-a-dong.
You are a ding-dong.
I am a ding-dong. Oh, my God. But yeah, we need to, I think we need to go European.
I agree.
Because we should be peeing somewhere else.
And not pay to pee.
No. We need to go in a country that we don't have to pay to pee.
That's right.
I don't want to have to pay to pee.
I don't think you have to pay to pee in Portugal.
Let me know.
Yeah.
You did in Italy, but wasn't that much.
So if you've never seen the movie You're in Town, not movie, it's a play,
musical.
You had to pay to pee. That was
a privilege to pee.
It's a privilege to pee.
There's a song. It's a great song. I want to play that part.
Okay.
That would be the part I would play.
All right.
I don't know what her name is, but that's the part I'd want.
Okay, I don't remember all the parts. So I don't know what part I'd play. It would be a really little part.
Anyway, this trip will be great.
Yes,
and well deserved. So
I can't wait.
It'll be so much fun. So, and especially after this event. So it's been a really busy season.
It has been.
I didn't get into the lake not once this summer.
Me either.
I walked. No, I didn't even walk by it. I drove by it a couple times.
Yeah, I never
just
even
to see
walked
that it
down
still
to put my feet
exists.
in, right?
That's wrong. We have to be better.
Yeah, we will.
So next summer we will go in the lake.
Okay. Let's go paddleboarding.
Okay.
That's fun.
I've never done that.
Oh, it's so fun.
So let's do that.
Okay.
All
right. It's
Promise.
a date.
It's a date. So here we are.
We can record a podcast out on the paddleboard.
We should. We
might electrocute
Why not?
ourselves.
Don't we have a friend who does yoga on a paddleboard?
We do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
She can do the yoga, and
we'll watch.
Anyway, here we are.
We're excited that we have Jaime Rome here visiting with us today. Jaime is an artist who actually that is her business, is art.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thanks for being here.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited.
Yes. Right. We first met you at Art on the Green.
Right.
Yes. And you, actually, our producer, Kristen, has known you since, as she likes to say, since you were in utero.
Yes.
So tell us about yourself. Tell us, how did the love of art, how did it all start?
Yes.
That's a big question. I am from a very creative family. A very artistic family, and a very you have an interest, we'll start a business doing that kind of family. My dad is a composer. He's Brian Crane, so he plays piano, and so he just decided I'm gonna make art and just see where this takes me, and he's successful doing it. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of my model. All my business kind of decisions are, he helps me out with the business side for sure. But yeah, so my parents always encouraged me to be creative as a kid. It was always we have reading time, and then we have drawing time or craft time, every day. And then in high school, that was when I kind of figured out this is my thing. This is really what I'm here to do. But I still was I don't know if that's a real adult decision to go into that in college or as a career or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it wasn't until I went to Whitworth University, and when I toured their campus, and was given a tour of their art department, I was okay, the world of academic art, it's a real thing, that I can be taken seriously doing this. Mm-hmm. And then all my fears of if I study art in college, people will think I'm dumb, or people will think that's just an out, just the easy major, that all kind of just quickly went away, because I was wow, there's so much here, and these people are brilliant and they can teach me so much. And so I had an amazing experience at Whitworth. I would really recommend their art department. I had great professors, and I feel I really just came out of my shell as an artist and a person for sure. And I think more so than learning how to do art in college, I learned how to talk about my work and how to present myself, and kind of brand myself and my work, which has really helped now that that's my business and my career.
Right.
And so so I graduated from Whitworth last May, so 2022. Mm-hmm. And so in addition to studying painting, I also studied graphic design, because I was that's a good practical
backup.
It's the practical application of what I like to do, and I'm passionate about design as well, and so I was you know what, I could do something in the design field, branding, work for a design firm or something, that sounds fun. And so I started applying for design jobs at the end of my senior year, and I'm okay, yeah, this makes sense. But then I was what am I doing? This isn't actually how I envision myself spending my life. This isn't really the career that I want. It would be fine, but I think I just had, because of my family's attitude about business stuff, I had the mindset of well, why not just go for what I actually want to do? I have one single life here, and I feel making art is what I'm here for. And so I stopped the job hunt basically, and I was I don't know, I was a little lost for a bit. I think I was I'm going to do freelance design and then also work on like my fine art business and try to just sell art, which is, you know, that's a crazy person move, but I was ready for it. Then eventually the design side kind of fell to the back burner because I just realized that I don't really like working with clients. Like that's not really, that type of interaction is not really for me. I'm sure a lot of people like who have done that kind of thing can relate. I think,
I'm a graphic designer and totally relate to that.
For sure. Yeah. And I think it's a weird field to be in, especially in the world of like Canva and AI and stuff like that right now. And so that kind of pushed me to just kind of dive into my fine art career. And so that was, I don't know, like maybe about a year ago was when I started like taking it seriously and just saying, you know what, this is my business. This is my, my career. And then, so since then I started doing like art and craft market, like craft show things. So like Art on the Green where we met. And that's been incredible. Like I honestly have grown so much from that experience too. I did about like 10 or 11 shows this like spring and summer, which was just huge. I feel like I really pushed myself and it was a ton of work. Like I worked harder on that than like almost anything ever before. But I think just the kind of using it as research to know like who my target audience is and like who like is looking for the type of art that I make, like that's been just so valuable for me. And I've really found that I don't think there's really much out there like what I make, especially like in this area. And so, I mean, the most common comment that I get when people walk into my booth or just see my art is, wow, that's different. And I think that just made me feel like, oh my gosh, like maybe there really is a place for me here. And I feel like that it would be easy to see those kinds of comments as like, okay, I don't belong. It's different. Like people don't get it. And I mean, people definitely don't get it. Like some people are just like, oh, why these colors? Like, why wouldn't you paint quote unquote realistically or whatever? Like why the, blue rectangles or whatever. And I can explain that stuff, but it's like, if you don't get it, you don't get it. And that's fine. Like, I feel like as artists, we have to just realize like there's a target kind of customer and you're making art like specifically for them.
My mother is an artist and she has always said that the point of art is to elicit a response. It may not be the response that you as an artist want. It may be, just an arbitrary response, but you've succeeded when you get that response.
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely believe that. I think that, like, as I've started to sell my work, I think that's the most important thing is just like having, like, evoking some sort of emotion in my customer, basically. And it's just like the most special thing ever when somebody connects to a piece enough to be like, I'm going to give you my money and hang that on my wall in my home. Like, that is just the craziest thing to me. But it's so fulfilling to have those kinds of connections. Or I mean, and even if even when a customer is like very interested or just really has some kind words to say but they can't afford my art or they don't buy a print or whatever, like even those kinds of interactions can be like as like equally special. But yeah, my work is definitely about the emotional connection. It's about vulnerability and being a sensitive person and kind of my artist statement says it's about the beauty and the power of the human mind. So it's about kind of just how powerful our brains are and just like the kind of magical things that they can do and the experiences that they give us as we walk through this world. But I guess that kind of answers your question.
I look at your paintings and it looks, I love the colors. I mean, I'm a painter myself, but I'm not a realistic painter. I'm more of an abstract colorist. But I looked at yours and I think they remind me of very Raphael and Roman style. I mean, you actually are beautiful, like a classic Roman look. I mean, and your middle name is Rome. It's kind of like interesting. You've got that look where you have that beautiful skin and the colors. And then I see your paintings, and then I love the colors, and I think you're painting with oils, right? Is that your medium mostly?
Yes. Okay. I love oils. Yeah.
And that's, that's not for everyone because of the smells and that's something I've never tackled. That's like beyond my means. I'm not quite there. But seeing who were the artists that inspired you, or did it just come naturally?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's a big question. I feel like some of the artists that inspired me, I mean, I took a Renaissance and Baroque like art history class, so you know, the classics, obviously. But then there are also contemporary artists that inspire me. But whenever I get asked that question, it's like I have answers, but I worry that people will look at these artists and be like, well, that doesn't look like your art. But basically, so there are some contemporary artists that I look up to. So like one, her name is Zoe Frank, but she doesn't do like figurative work in the way that I do, but it's like just certain ways she's like thinking about things inspire me. There's another artist working right now. Her name's Christina Trufa. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And I think she's European, but she does these figures in kind of like heightened, like extreme colors, similar to like what I do in a way, with like pieces of the body, like where the clothing would be. It's kind of like you just see the panel or the canvas. And so things like that are really interesting to me. But yes, I think definitely like Baroque paintings and Impressionism in a way, like those kind of movements have inspired my work. Like maybe the way I think about like lighting and application of paint, like brushstrokes and stuff. But then there are like more contemporary influences that I like. It's fun to like be able to follow them on Instagram and just be like, oh, like what are you like actually working on today?
Right.
So yeah, I think I draw from a ton of different places, I guess. Yeah.
Hey y'all, it's Jason from Tubbs Coffee Roasters. We are North Idaho's specialty coffee roaster. We are homegrown and we are local. We love coffee and we love our community, especially Allie and Callie in ArtCast. We have a retail space in our roastery in Hayden, and we can also be found on the shelves at Super One and Yokes. And if you like to buy coffee online, we do offer subscriptions. You can find us at tubbscoffeeroasters.com. Support arts and culture and your local roaster. That's all.
So do you see your art, the colors that you choose, kind of the mood that you choose, is that do you see that as a phase, like your period, like, you know, the blue period for Picasso?
Yeah, I definitely think that I do think about my current body of work like that. I think the way, like my style, I see that like continuing for years and years. But the series that I'm working on right now, I call it the Blue Window series. So that's all the pieces with the, you know, the rectangles of blue, where it's a little slice of just like the contrasting color on the like kind of majority like red paintings. And so, yeah, so I guess my Blue Window series or my Blue Window like period is what I'm going through right now, you could say. But yeah, I guess like the color, just how my colors have developed in general, I think some of that was influenced by my painting professor in college, Gordon Wilson. He talked a lot about like the contrasting like warms and cools, and how like every color should be a color. So like maybe don't use black as like a, you know, shadow in a painting, but use like a violet or something. And he taught me like everything I know about mixing paints and colors. And then, you know, learning color theory in like a more formal way too in college was helpful. But I definitely kind of took what he taught me and like ran with it and just took it like to the extreme. Like he always kind of instilled the idea in me that like, you know, light areas are more yellow or like really warm, and then cool areas are really or dark areas are really cool, or like violet or blue. And so I kind of just was like, let's make that as extreme as possible and just see what happens. And then with the series, the Blue Window series, the first piece I did, I think I had an image of it in like a dream or something. That sounds so cliche and like cheesy, but I think I actually did. I just had this like image of like, well, what if I paint like I am currently, but just have like this section of just like this really like obnoxiously like vibrant, just all blue. And so I tried it and I was like, wait, this is cool. Like I could see this becoming like a solid series. And I think I'm kind of like, I would absolutely love to have a solo show in a gallery where it's all just a Blue Window show. I think that would be like just so
fun.
striking.
That would be fun.
Yeah. So that's, I dream big. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But
And you won at Art on the Green. You won the juried art award.
Well, I won the People's Choice Award. So I didn't win the Jurors Award, I guess. But, I mean, the people mean a lot to me.
So I think that's awesome.
That's the award that I would have chosen to receive because that's really special to me. So,
that's awesome.
I'm really flattered.
That is really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And then where are you showing your work? Do you have it anywhere that we can see it?
I don't have like official gallery representation yet, but there are a couple things coming up. So I mostly do like arts and craft shows or they're like pop-up events.
Sure.
But I am in a show. It's called Origins of Identity at the Emerge Gallery. That is, I believe it opens on October 13th.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
for the art walk.
Yes. So I'm in that. I was at their block party show and stuff. And then I also have like a side project. It's like a community arts kind of project where I call it the garage sale exhibition. My friends and I organized it, and now I'm the curator and like organizer. But so the garage sale exhibition is a recurring kind of pop-up little art show that is at coffee shops around town, mostly in Spokane. So I've done a couple of those.
Fun.
And that's where like those are the events that I create myself, because I'm a strong believer in like, especially like now that I'm young and like just barely started my career, like if like when opportunities aren't kind of presenting themselves to you, like you should make those opportunities for you. Yep. So those shows are like, I involve other emerging and like pretty young artists to give them a chance to show their work, and it's a resume builder for all the artists. Like, I think I got advice from an artist when I was in college who said like, especially if you're thinking about like grad school or something, like to build your resume, like don't wait for galleries to accept you, just like literally create your own events. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
So that's been really fun. So no like official representation yet, but we shall see.
But you do have some things coming up soon.
Yes, I do. Yes. So after the Emerge show, the first thing is the 33 Artists Market. It's a 2-day like weekend show. So November 4th at the Wonder Building, November 4th is at the Hive in Spokane. That's it's a local art market, and then it's the same market the next day on Sunday the 5th, but that one is at that one's at the Wonder Building. That's the Sunday. And then, so I have shows like that coming up, and then I'll be at the Custer's Christmas show, which is like, like a crafty kind of show. We'll see how that one goes. My first one with them.
Right.
And then I have, let's see. I guess the next like huge thing is I have a residency at the Hive coming up for next May through September. So 2024, cool. Like the whole kind of extended summer. So that's my next like big thing. And I've kind of been like holding off on applying to like galleries and stuff because I really want to like focus on probably the series that I'm working on now, and just like really build that up and make some like massive paintings in that style, and then apply to galleries with that like huge body of work to show like an extreme level of confidence. Like I'm so dedicated to this idea that like I just stuck to it. So you want me, that's kind of my plan.
Right.
But,
do you do commissions now?
I do, yeah. Okay. I do commissions in kind of like not the traditional way of like, somebody approaches you and wants you to paint your dog. Yeah, that's always what it is. Yeah. But I do like working with people to like create, like I prefer the term like custom painting. I feel like that conveys more of like my ideal situation with that. But yeah, I just did a couple commissions this summer and it was really fun. Good. But
nice.
Yeah. So if somebody wanted to get any custom paintings, how would they get in touch with you?
Oh, yes. Good question. Honestly, I'm very active on Instagram. That's a way that like most people reach me. So I'm Jaime Rome Art on Instagram. And my website, which is, all linked in my Instagram bio, is just jaimerome.com.
And that's Jaime. Alley.
Rome like Italy.
Rome like the city, yeah. Yep, or the empire.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah. Or the series.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
that was good.
That was racy.
It was racy. So also, so I just realized that Kristen mentioned that your grandmother's a potter, or your mother?
My grandmother.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So, and then I realized like the potter that it's been at at all the Wednesday markets for years and years and years. And I finally had a Wednesday off, and I went with my mother-in-law, I think 2 Wednesdays ago. And I've seen her stuff for years and years, and I was like, oh, I need to get Maddie something for her housewarming. And she has the cutest little stuff right now, and that's your grandma, right?
Yep, yeah.
And I bought this,
And that's Bonnie Crane?
Yes,
Bonnie
Bonnie
Crane,
Bonnie
and
Crane.
there are these cute little vases that are like kind of beige, great, Maddie likes beige. And then there's like these flowers, and there's bees, and they're so cute, adorable, and very reasonable. And what a delight.
Yeah.
How cute your grandma is.
Yeah, she's the best.
Just shout out to your grandma, because man, talk about dedication. She's been out there year after year after year. And
Well, and how lucky for you to grow up in such a creative family.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's and further than
does,
that, that's
way further.
I just love that you're 22,
23 now.
23,
Yeah.
and then you're just doing it.
You're making your way in
Making
the
your
art
way.
world. I love it.
That is awesome. I couldn't find my
Yep.
way through I don't know. I know. I 22. Well, I was experiencing life in a different way.
Yes,
but
as was I.
it's exciting. So what would be your dream come true?
Oh.
That's a big
just
question.
in
too.
general?
Yeah, with your art. I mean, would you like to stay here in this area, or would you like to go
Big time.
go to Paris and
yeah.
paint in Paris and
I do really love this area. I want to be a mom, and I want to be like a cool artist mom, or have like maybe an awesome like home studio, but still have time for the family. Like that's kind of like my overall dream. Like I very much value like work-life balance for my sanity. So I definitely want to stick around here like in the like long term. But I think I definitely am interested in traveling more and doing, I don't know, maybe doing residencies abroad or getting my master's degree, like an MFA. I think teaching is definitely, I think it's supposed to be part of my life plan, but it's not like my ultimate goal right now is to be a professor. But I think, I don't know, a lot of people are telling me like, you should teach art, you should be a professor. And I'm like, that does sound kind of interesting. So I don't know, maybe getting an MFA is like in my future, like the next like 5-10 years.
Right.
I'm not really sure. And I'm not really sure where I would do that. So maybe that'll be like abroad or something. I feel like it just depends.
Well, you've got such a bright future ahead of you.
Thank you.
Well, and I think it's important to be open to all possibilities.
Yeah,
too.
you're so talented. Who knows where it will lead you?
Right.
Man.
Hi, Allie here. Hey, do you love our Artcast? Be sure to follow us on your favorite podcast app or like us on Facebook to get notifications about some upcoming giveaways, like an official Allie and Callie mug. Our audience is growing too, and we are a great outlet for advertising. Consider being a sponsor, and Callie and I will record an ad for you or help you record it yourself. Thank you for listening.
So maybe it's possible that we could get you involved in the Arts and Culture Alliance and, I don't know, be a mentor to young up-and-coming artists, which is kind of what Emerge does too. And I'm so glad that you're involved with Emerge.
Yeah,
we're always trying to promote not only young artists, but young people who appreciate art.
Yes.
So I think
new artists.
Yeah, there's you talk about a work-life balance. I think there's got to be an an appreciation of art balance too.
For sure.
And it's true. I haven't seen anything like yours in this town, so I love it. I love the variety. It's
to
me
it's exciting.
It is exciting,
you.
and the fact that you are 23,
right?
And like, can you imagine where she's going to be at our age?
No.
I can't.
That's too far in the future.
Too far in the future. I know. Wow, that was pretty deep.
How fun. Ooh, you just blew my mind.
I just blew. Well, this has been so nice.
I know.
Very excited to see you. We'll have to go to Spokane and
Yeah, we'll definitely
Yeah.
see some of these shows.
Yeah,
But we'll
for
be
sure.
we'll be at Art Walk to see your,
Yeah.
your show.
We definitely
at
will.
Ranch for sure.
Are you
That's
back?
exciting.
Yeah,
You'll be back.
I get back on the 11th.
Oh,
so.
yay.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely come see you.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here, taking the time to come down and talk.
Yes.
It's always so fun to get to know
Yes, you're very
artists
articulate and you've got
creative
you.
people. Yes.
very
Wow,
fun.
thank you guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
You
Thanks
bet.
for having me on the show.
Absolutely. And look for her work and go to her website or go to Instagram. That's where all the kids do.
Yeah,
You
right.
know.
True.
It's
They know-
JamieRome.com or Jamie Rome Art.
On Instagram.
On
Yeah.
Instagram.
See?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
Instagram's
it.
a nice little landing page. But
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great place to see your work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you both.
Yeah.
And I'm Allie.
And I'm Callie, and whatever you do today, make sure it's creative.
The Allie and Callie Artcast is a program of the Coeur d'Alene Arts and Culture Alliance and is sponsored by NIA, North Idaho Alliance, a woman-based leadership organization designed to inspire, uplift, and impact your community and lives. And Tubbs Coffee Roasters, globally sourced, locally roasted coffee.